Hello and welcome to your very first Chinese lesson with Chobham Academy. My name is Miss Gao. I'm the head of Mandarin department. And there are another two very experienced Mandarin teachers in the departments, namely Miss Ali and Miss Kongku, who may be your teacher in your first year. Despite Mandarin not being their first language, they have managed to attain a native level of communication, which shows that Mandarin is not as difficult as people imagine. In your first year at Chobham Academy, you will be learning a range of topics in Chinese, learning how to talk about yourself, your family, food and drinks. Don't worry if you haven't learned Chinese before. We're going to start from the basics to help you master Chinese pronunciation and Chinese characters. Today, we're going to learn some fun facts about China, learn how to have a Chinese conversation, and have fun looking at how to read and write Chinese characters. So now we're going to have a look at a few questions about China, see how much knowledge you have already had about this country. Can you now take a piece of paper and pen to write down the answers? So now the first question is, which is the flag of China? You have 5 seconds. Write down your answer. Okay, the answer is number 1, is a red flag with 5 stars on the flag. Have you got the answer right? So the second question is about which animal is a Chinese zodiac. There are 12 Chinese zodiac animals. So after this question, you could also do some research about those animals. So have a look, 5 seconds, which one is one of the Chinese zodiac animals? Okay, the answer is number 2, is a dog. Cat and panda, they are not included in the 12 Chinese zodiac animals. So the third question, which is an important ancient invention from China? 5 seconds. Okay, the answer is number 3, a compass. There are actually 4 great ancient inventions from China. I would like you to do some research to find out what the other 3 are. So the fourth question, which of these tourist attractions is not in China? 5 seconds. Okay, the answer is the Taj Mahal, which is in India, and the Forbidden City and the Great Wall, both of them are in China. The Forbidden City is where the Chinese emperor and his family used to live. Question 5. Do you know what the population is in China? 5 seconds for you. And the answer is 1.4 billion. There are quite a lot of people in China. That's why Chinese language is spoken by many people in the world. So this question is about the meaning of the word 中国, which is China. So I would like you to work out the literal meaning of 中国 in English. 5 seconds. Okay, the answer is number 2, is the Middle Kingdom. So 中 over here, 中 means middle, 国 means country. In the ancient days, Chinese people used to think they were in the center of the world because they couldn't really travel anywhere else to find out what the rest of the world were like. So they think 中国 was in the center of the whole planet. That's why it's called the Middle Kingdom. Slide 9. This is our last question. Do you know, as we mentioned before, Chinese zodiac, there are 12 animals, as you can see, they are here. And I would like you to guess, 2020 is the year of the what? Okay, the answer is the rat is the first zodiac animal, and this year is the year of rat. You've been doing really well. You've answered 7 questions about China. So now we have a quick recap of the interesting facts about China. The first one, the Chinese flag is red and yellow with 5 stars. Number 2 is about the population. Remember, it's approximately 1.4 billion people in China. The third one is about the ancient inventions in China. One of the very important ones is compass. And number 4, this is the Great Wall of China, which is more than 2,000 years old and can be seen from space. And the little rat over here that reminds us this year is the year of rat, and there are 12 Chinese zodiac animals. And the last one, can you recognize these 2 characters? These 2 characters literally means the Middle Kingdom, 中国, but also translates as China. Okay, well done with the quiz about China. Now we're going to learn how to speak Mandarin. Slide 11. Now let's speak some very simple Chinese sentences. The first one, hello. Repeat after me. 你好. 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 Okay, that means hello. So now let's have a look how to introduce yourself and introduce other people to your friends. First sentence, 我叫 Po. 我叫 Po. So now I'd like you to give a go to use your own name. For example, I could say 我叫高老师. I'm called Miss Gao. Give a go, 5 seconds to introduce yourself. Well done. So now Po is going to introduce his friend Tigress to everyone, and he could say 他叫 Tigress. 他叫 Tigress. 他叫. Okay, so you learn 2 sentences. 我叫 Po. 他叫 Tigress. You could use these sentences to introduce yourself and introduce your family member by saying 他叫 and then use your brother or sister or parent's name after 他叫. 很好. So after we learned how to introduce yourself and your friends to other people in Mandarin, we're going to look at how to greet your friends in Mandarin. The first sentence is how are you? In Mandarin is 你好吗? 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 How are you? Second one, I'm fine. In Mandarin is 我很好. 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 Number 3 is thank you. The way we say it in Mandarin is 谢谢. 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 The last one is goodbye. In Mandarin is 再见. 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 So now we're going to learn how to say these sentences by listening to a Chinese song. I hope you could actually sing along with that song to learn these 4 sentences.
1、2、3、4。你好吗？你好吗？你好吗？你好吗？我很好，谢谢。我很好，谢谢。我很好，谢谢。再见。你好吗？你好吗？你好吗？你好吗？我很好，谢谢。我很好，谢谢。我很好，谢谢。 再见。
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that song. Let's have a look how much you remembered from that song. So first one, how are you? How do you say that? Very good. It's 你好吗?你好吗? Second one, how do you say I'm fine in Mandarin? That's correct. Is 我很好,我很好. Next one, how do you say thank you? 很好 is 谢谢,谢谢. Okay, last one, goodbye. At the end of the song, it said goodbye in Mandarin. 很好 as 再见,再见. So now let's have a look at this word search, see if you can find the coordinates for the key sentences we have learned so far. Take your pen and paper out again. So the first one has been given to you. 你好, 你好 means hello, is 7A and 7B. So now I'll give you 1 minute to try to find the rest of the phrases and sentences from the word search grid. Then we'll have a look at the answer together after. Alright, let's have a look at the answer. The second one, 你好吗?你好吗 means how are you? And the answer is 567F, 你好吗? 好. Number 3, 我很好. 我很好 means I'm fine. 我很好 is 1E, 2E, and 3E. 我很好. And next one, 我叫. 我叫 as in 我叫高老师 my name is or I am called. 我叫 is C4 and D5. Next one, 谢谢 means thank you, 谢谢. That's A1 and B2. And the last one, 再见 再见 goodbye is F4 and G4. So far you have learned quite a few sentences. You learned how to say quite a few sentences in Mandarin. So now we're going to have a look at Chinese characters. It's also Chinese writing. Many people think Chinese characters are difficult because it's very different from languages like English, Spanish, and French. But we are going to go through the steps to break it down to see just how simple Chinese characters actually are, and that you can learn them too. Chinese characters have a very long history, which is more than 5,000 years. The ancient Chinese people used to draw pictures based on what they saw. So as you can see, we'll put a picture of moon, sun, and mountain here. And over the time, the drawing evolved into the characters used by Chinese people now. Can you see how Chinese characters for moon, 月, sun, 日, and mountain, 山 developed over the time? And the last row are the characters we're using nowadays. And these are the characters you're going to learn in your Mandarin lessons. Slide 19. So based on that principle, let's have a look, let's have a guess to see if you can tell which character means fire for the first question. The clue is which character, A, B, C, looks like flames. You have 5 seconds to give a go. Okay, the answer is C, 火. You can see these characters have those strokes over here. Looks like the flame. Let's have a look at question 2. Which of these Chinese characters do you think means field? The clue is which one looks like the fuse in the picture. Okay, and the answer is the middle one, B, 田. 田 means field. Question 3. Which of these Chinese characters do you think means mouth? Which one? The clue is which one looks like an open mouth. Okay, as you can see, the answer is A, 口. 口 means mouth. Let's have a look at question 4. Which character do you think means wood? And the clue is the character actually looks like a tree, or the branches of the tree. Well done, and the answer is C, 木. 木 means wood. Let's have a look at the last one. Which character do you think means person? And the clue is the character looks like a pair of legs. Well done, the answer is C, 人. 人 means person or people. Well done. So you have actually used some basic knowledge to manage to recognize 5 different Chinese characters, which is quite amazing in such a short time. So now I would like you to try to write some Chinese characters. So now I would like you to use your fingers to copy out how to write these characters. Do you remember what they mean? 火 means fire. 山, look at the shape of the character. It means mountain. Sometimes we can actually put these individual characters together to create new words. For example, 火山, fire mountain. Can you work out what new words we can create based on these? That's correct, is volcano, 火山. So after practicing these characters, I would like you to give a go to try to see if you can recognize any of the characters you have just learned in these Chinese characters below. The first one, what component you can see from that character? That's correct, it's mountain on the top of the character, mountain. And have a look at the character B. That's correct, so you can see wood. There are 2 woods on top of the character. And at the bottom is the character fire. Okay, fire. Let's have a look at the last character. What kind of components you can see? Yep, we can see the character mouth, a square, and field, and also the character moon. Well done. You have been doing really well today. You've learned how to speak Mandarin, a few sentences you have learned, and you also learned how to write some Chinese characters. You have also learned some facts about China. So at the end of the lesson, I'd like to show you another song in Mandarin. Is the numbers from 0 to 10. Again, I'd like you to sing along with the song to learn those numbers, and also this will be part of your homework as well before September, something relevant to numbers.
零一二三四五六Wait a minute. Okay, go. 六七八这个九十 Are you sure?
Yeah, sure. So sure.
Okay, let's try together.
Let's go.
零一二三四五六七八这个九十 That's not bad.
It's fun. Yeah.
So here's some little homework for you. You can see I used different materials to make the number 1 to 10. I would like you to take a picture of some of the characters you have learned today using some random objects in your house as well. It doesn't have to be the number 1 to 10. It doesn't have to be the exact same materials. Just use your imagination and use any material to help you to create those characters you have learned today. So at the end of this lesson, I'd like you to give 3 things you have learned today. Today actually we'll look at quite a few different things. We learned about some facts about China, greetings in Mandarin, history of the Chinese characters, reading, writing characters, and some numbers in Chinese. So if you can list 3 things or more you have learned from any of the category, that would be great. You really enjoyed today's lesson and looking forward to seeing you all in September. 再见。